Um, Good afternoon. I saw this article online, and I think it's a really disturbing article in that it reveals the degree of of the global challenge of safeguarding children from harm. This story is taken from the Sydney Morning Herald. The title of the story is Task Force Targets Children Shoppers, and it's a story written by Dan Oakes and Ilya Gridneff. Um, the story reveals that Australian paedophiles are ordering Southeastern Asian children for abuse on webcams, specifying age, gender, and acts they want performed. The Australian police have revealed. Predators are also organizing sex tours over the internet before traveling to Asian countries to abuse children. Details are necessarily sketchy to avoid tipping targets off, but the police revealed that the Australian Federal Police, the Customs Department, the Australian Crime Commission, and state police are targeting paedophiles with a recently launched operation called Osman. Detective Senior Sergeant Rob Ridley, head of the Victoria Police Australia Task Force, which works with other agencies to tackle online child abuse, said the operation started when authorities realized that pedophiles were exploiting the internet in new ways. There's what people have traditionally thought of as the traveling sex offender that goes overseas to have sex with children, but now he's making the preparation here in Australia, Senior Surgeon Ridley said. There's both federal and state legislation that cover those acts of preparation. The emphasis is obviously to disrupt and prevent for obvious reasons. We can't let them go over there and offend. Then there's the more recent way they operate, which is similar to the live sex shows that happens in the adult sex industry, which has now spilled over into child sex offending, where people online order certain types of offending against children, particularly in Southeast Asian countries. But there have been some reports of it happening in Europe. Although people would not identify individual countries because of potential investigation, the Federal Police, that's the Australian Police, have told Fairfax Media that an investigation had uncovered webcam child abuse in the Philippines. In the Philippines, households, mum and dad, have now got their 8-year-old daughter or son in a room on a video camera, and there are Australians telling mum and dad what to get the child to do. Assistant Commissioner Kevin Zucato said, "What you're seeing is an evolution of that type of crime. Well, when you extrapolate that to other types of crime, it's a bigger issue." An investigation by Fairfax Media in 1993 revealed that Australian travel agencies were organising sex tours to Southeast Asian countries for paedophiles. Authorities in Thailand and the Philippines nominated Australia as one of the biggest sources of paedophiles travelling to their country to abuse children. It was claimed then that one of the biggest impediments to tackling child sex tourism was the lack of cooperation between Australian and local authorities. But the Federal Police say they now work closely with overseas counterparts to ensure that if paedophiles manage to leave Australia, they are turned back before they can enter the country where they intend abusing a child. They also work with overseas agencies to ensure children being offered to Australian paedophiles are rescued by local authorities. Child sexual exploitation and abuse is not just a law enforcement issue. The victims are children. We obtain the support of Child Advocate non-governmental organization and call on the public to remain vigilant to report any suspicious activity, an AFP spokeswoman said. Offenders contemplating this abhorrent activity should be warned. You will be reported, you will be investigated, and you may well find yourself facing a significant jail sentence. New South Wales Detective Acting Superintendent Michael Haddo, the commander of the Sex Crime Squad, said police regularly work with other agencies to combat the abuse of children. New South Wales Police Sex Crime Squad, I repeat, New South Wales Police Sex Crime Squad has a child exploitation internet unit that collaborates closely with its interstate and federal counterparts, he said. If the child exploitation internet unit uncovers evidence of children at risk located overseas, federal authorities are notified immediately. Another New South Wales police officer who works in child exploitation said new technologies always brings new ways to commit crimes. We react appropriately and are always updating our methodologies, he said. In November last year, Fairfax Media revealed a married couple's sex crimes against their 9-year-old son. Material on the couple's computer led to a 2-year covert police investigation that caught 16 other people. While the pay-cursed couple were in jail, police confiscated their computers and uncovered the contact detail of others from Australia and the US who appeared to be involved in child sex crimes. The offenders were charged and sentenced for a period of between 2 and 4 years in jail because the computers contained child abuse material that mainly involved online chat logs with explicit fantasies about young children. This story clearly illustrates the challenges of protecting children globally, and it's becoming a cross-border cooperation between various agencies, and children need to be properly protected, safeguarded to ensure that they have a proper childhood. Thank you